back to my channel. So I want to tell you this story, right? So the story happened like this, right? So I had to bring my sister to work, right? Actually, my mom had to bring her to work. So in the morning, my mom bring her to work. And in the night, because she comes off work at night. I think it was like 10 something. So she didn't want to go by herself because she thinks she's gonna get mobbed or something like that. I don't know. So I had to come with her. So I was going to be her partner just in case anything else happened, right? So every night we wake up at 10 something, right? To go get her, right? So at the time we was going to go get her. We pull into like the parking lot, and waiting for her, right? To come off work, right? So she was going to come off work in a couple of hours, right? So when we drive into the parking lot, I saw like a car. It was like parked. I know it's not unusual to see a car parked. I'm looking at the car, and she's turning around the car so she can park backwards, right? So she parked, and I'm still glancing at that car, what I saw, right? It was like maybe like 3 cars there, and including that car, right? What was suspicious, right? So I'm watching that car, and my mom's like going to go sleep, in the car, And I was just looking around, looking at that car. Because I was like, I know something's going to happen, right? I had a feeling, but I didn't know what was going to happen, right? So the guy came out of his car, right? And apparently my mom she woke up at this moment, right? She's like, is someone in that car? And I was like, I don't know. This is before the guy came out the car. So we was looking at that car, and the car was making noise, like it was playing music. So now I figure out someone was in that car, Maybe they was waiting for a person to come off work, just like I was doing, right? So that happened, right? So he came out the car. My mom was like, he's full on drunk. I want to like tell her out of that because I don't think he's drunk at this moment. I'm just thinking that he ain't drunk. He's just, I don't know, he's just walking around. So I'm like, when the guy came out the car, my mom was like, he's drunk. I was like, how you know that? He just came out the car, So his music is blasting, and guess what he was listening to? He was listening to, what's that guy's name? Leo, right? I think it was Can We Just Talk, right? So we listening to that song loud because the guy played it, and he's out of his car drinking some beer, right? So my mom was like, he's drunk. Look at him dancing and such, right? He can't even keep his balance, right? And I was like, nah, he ain't drunk. He's just dancing, And then he was like walking on the sidewalk, right? And then he kind of like got tipsy and then almost like fall over, right? So apparently the guy was drunk. Now I'm hitting it like this guy is totally drunk, Like, it's the middle of the night, and this guy is still drinking. And the music is loud, right? So now he laid down on the sidewalk. Just lay down, listening to the song. But he's not listening to the song quietly. It was loud. The speaker was going. And it was kind of weird that it was like loud and this drunk guy was just walking around, And I was like, nah, he's just waiting for a friend, Maybe the friend is going to take him home, right? Apparently, we will just keep watching him, right? He's over there. He got up off the sidewalk, right? I'm in my head. I'm like, why you don't call the police? You're going to make someone die tonight, I'm like, oh my God, someone's going to die tonight because this guy drunk as a kite, So I'm like, how is this even possible? Where he came from, Maybe he was just sitting here a long, long time and drinking. Maybe he got in a fight with someone and he thought that let's get tipsy, So that happened, right? So he's still moving around, like legitimately moving around, looking like he's going to fall off the pavement, right? He finally got into his car. And I'm like, okay, he's going to chillax. And then he came back out of his car, right? To turn up the music even louder, right? And then he started to dance even more, right? And then he was like, he dropped the can bottle on the floor. And then he was like looking around, seeing if anybody was out there, like parked, He didn't know across from him, we was over there, you know, on the opposite side, just watching him, you know. And I'm like, how the hell is this possible? This guy over here being drunk. I wonder if he's going to kill someone because he's so drunk, you know. So that happened, right? So he went in his car, got another beer can, right? And now he's drinking it again. So now he's just looking around, right? And then he was like, he walked like past his car, you know, and then came back, right? And then he went inside his car again, right? And then he started to like turn on his car. The car was already turned on. And then he was like, he wound up his windows. And then he started to like get out of the parking spot. And I'm like, oh my God. He's not waiting for no one. He's going to drive wherever he's going. He's going to kill someone, right? After a while, he started to drive himself out of the parking lot, you know. All I heard, actually I didn't hear nothing. My mom was like, she swore, she's like, I heard someone like swerve and made a crashing sound. And I was like, that can't be him, you know. And then she's like hearing like the ambulance and stuff like that. I'm like, that's not him, you know. He ain't just crashing to the pole or anything like that. He's smarter than that, right? Now we figure out he was not waiting for someone. He was just getting even more drunker, right? So weird, right? So guys, if you have like a story that you find someone drinking even more, that they already drunk, almost passed out of drunkenness, you know, dancing to like a song, but it's so loud. I don't know why the people in the workplace didn't even hear him like making all this noise, you know, with like the music area, you know. So that was the time when I saw a drunk person, you know, doing things what he shouldn't be doing. One, he shouldn't be drinking. Two, why is he driving? I thought he was like waiting for someone. Apparently he wasn't. So guys, like, comment down below if you have like a story like this, you know, that you saw a drunk person but you didn't really do nothing, because actually I didn't have a phone, so it was up to my mom to call police, like say that happened, you know. I don't know if someone died that day. I don't even remember, you know. I'm trying to forget it, but I told him this story. So yeah, bye.